mud mixer review. Stay tuned. Welcome, you guys. This is Bryant with Support Our Veterans Corporation. In the background, it's a cement pour, and this one right here, this one is going for a veteran. She's actually disabled, and she has some problems with sidewalks. And in the background, sidewalks going to her house. So we had to cut it with the wet saw, bring the big boys out, and I'm gonna show you guys how we did it. And make sure you subscribe and hit that like button so we can so you can see more videos when we help veterans out. And we have a nonprofit going on, and you can find all kind of stuff about that at supportourveteranscorporation.co.com. So here we go with the mini mud mixer, and we're going to try it out for the first time. It took a little while to hook it up and everything, but I think it's going to be pretty good. What I usually do is wet the ground just a little bit, and this hose is actually, I like it. We got very good flow, so I like it so far. So let's see how this goes. You can talk now. So this brand is the Mud Mixer.
What's the brand?
And I'm putting a bag right now, and holds one bag. There is an adapter. That
You hit what mute button?
Multiple bags. So we do have that.
What mute button?
We didn't try it in this video because I forgot it at the shop. So it does have a
you'll edit
swing.
it.
It can swing
Yeah, so
either way, left or right.
In the next part, talk about the brand
about
of the mud mixer when you start talking again.
Correct.
And say something about the brand of this thing.
You just have to play with it a little bit.
No, I mean,
very simple.
She said, "What's the brand?" and you said it.
Right now,
but on your own, and go back and edit it and talk about the brand of the mud mixer.
The machine and cutting.
You said I really like. Never mind. It's okay. I'm just trying to help you with your YouTube videos.
A longer reach if you need to reach on the mud mixer.
The other adapter allowed to fit another bag.
It's pretty good quality. The steel is pretty good. The wheels, you can't get flat because they're run flat. There's no air. Nice swivel, like I was saying earlier. And the cement, it says do not spray in where you put the cement at, just because it can be clogged up pretty good. But it's a tiny little knob, and you can do all kind of water pressure. Spits out pretty quick. So I think I had it on, I want to say 25 number, and they also have a red button. That red button is to stop it. But if you push up on it, the auger will go back. If you push down on it, the auger will come the other way, and you would want it to go down so it can come out. As it's coming out, it was a little dry at first, and then I had to make it a little wet, like this is my first time using it, and I'm new at the mud mixer, and I'm just showing you reviews. Right here is the homeowner. She said, "Oh, I can't do this anymore. I have to jump in and help," and she's going to jump in and help in a second. So it made the job a little bit easier, getting somebody to pass the bags to you, but normally one person can do it. It's really good. I'm used to the old school where you putting water in the drum and putting the cement in the drum, mixing it and stuff like that, and it's a lot harder that way. This mud mixer, here she comes. She brought the big guns. Like I said, this is the homeowner, veteran. I believe she was in the Army, a couple tours with Iraq, things like that. So we try to help out veterans as much as we can. She couldn't do this job on her own because she knew a lot about it, but she was getting confused on what to do, when to do it, things like that. So that's why we came in and told her we'll give her a hand. Thanks for the bags were getting donated. We got those from Bailey Home and Rental Management, and that's how we got the bags to help out this veteran. We got 80-pound bags here, and I was going to do it myself. I didn't know she was going to help, or I would have got 60-pound bags to make it a little bit lighter. When you first put the bag in, there's a cutting thing on it, so you can just set it flat, and it will cut the bag. The old stuff, it does not cut the bag, and it's crazy. But this works good. She got a piece of the bag stuck in there. She couldn't pull it out, so I had to help her pull it out a little bit. So watch out for that. It was just a little pull, just a little piece we got out.
So
there we go.
These bags,
and the mix of flow is really good.
Blade in the middle will cut that bag.
So I highly recommend this mud mixer. Yeah, it was a little pricey. I think it was like $3,400 maybe. I could be wrong. But it's, if you're doing just one job, don't get it. If you're doing a lot of jobs like we do, I highly recommend you to get it, and you will not regret it. They said that you can do a lot of bags per hour. I wasn't counting, so I don't know how many bags per hour it can really do. But overall, it works really good, especially that hose. When you're done, you can wash off everything. I mean, it was amazing. So, highly recommend it.
So this is Sarah, the homeowner. She said she don't want to stand around and not do nothing, here. So that's why she's helping.
If you watch to the end, you can see the final video of the cement work that I've done. And we just love helping veterans out. And talk to us. And hopefully we can find a donor that will donate supplies to help you out. And if not, we can put you on a waiting list, and once those supplies come in, we'll come out and do the work and go from there. And to donors, if you want to donate, feel free to contact us. There's multiple ways to contact us, and we look forward to your donations. You can go on our website to see all our donors now, but a lot of our commercial donors are all on our website. Are like people that donate here and there. They really don't want to shout out or anything, so I respect that. I don't shout them out. But right now I'm spreading it out. You can see how fast it's coming out. It's only one speed, and that's like a medium speed. It's not too fast, but it's not too slow. So in the video, you might think it's a little slow, but actually it's decent, especially mixing up that much. And the more water you put in with it, the more you can have time to do, make it look pretty. The less water you put in it, the faster it's going to dry. So be on the safe side and don't put too much water. You know, just a nice little flow, and it will be perfect. See how easy it cut that bag? That's one of the amazing parts I love about this mud mixer. It just cuts the bag crazy. I wish I could do like 4 bags at a time, and then I don't have to worry about it. It constantly flows out. But I didn't bring it, like I told you. And right now we're just spreading it out, and it moves very easy. I did that with one hit, and I don't have boots on today. I forgot the boots, so I'm like, hey, whatever. So I'm doing that to even it all out. And I'm going to try to get it as flush as possible, and I'll come with a board and screen it side to side to get it level. Right here, the piece that you see on top was higher than the piece that you barely can see in the video, and I had to make my own pitch on this one, because you don't want to go and followed the one on top because it would have been off about an inch. And a sidewalk, an inch is pretty bad. It's a tripping hazard, so you do not want that. So this is why I'm trying to blend it in to match both sides. And it came out good. Homeowner was happy. And yeah, it was pretty good. And a lot of things that I know that the hose goes into, it leaks. This did not leak, so I guess they had a rubber seal or something in there. It did not leak at all, and you don't have to have big puddles everywhere.
Try to slow this down a little bit because
right here I was adjusting a little bit because it got a little too watery. She's bringing the boards for me so I can make it a little bit even. And I told her one, but she brought two. She wasn't sure how thick I wanted it, so she was like, well, I just brought two, be on the safe side. And I'm like, okay, no big deal. And then right here, I'm tamping it down so I can know like the angle I want the cement to flow in. Like I said, because that side's going to be lower. And I'm very picky about how things look, so if I see something, we can adjust. We had to put the rebar on the inside. I recommend you do it on the outside. We couldn't do it on the outside here, so we had to do it on the inside. So that's what I reached down to do, is pull the rebar up. Just because once you get enough cement, it'll push that board out, so you don't really need it anymore. And when you put these bags in, make sure you do it slowly. A big dust cloud came up and smacked me right in the face. So that was a lesson learned. I'm glad I had safety goggles on, but it still sucked. This one right here, it was a little bit more water than I wanted, and I had to turn it down a little bit. When I was adjusting this, I was doing big changes. Just do little changes, and you'll be perfect. I was like kind of panicking, like, oh wow, too much water, let me turn it down. No, too less water, let me turn it up. So that's what was going back and forth. And then when you have too less of water in the nozzle part that I just hit, it gets clogged a little bit. It still comes out, but it gets clogged in the little holes up top. And that's what she's hitting. It's still coming out, like I said, so you don't really have to hit it or anything like that. And it will just work itself out. So I'm going to shut up. See, we got her. Same thing happened to me. But I'm just going to sit back and so you can watch this video and go from there. And then when she threw that, she tried to make it less watery. When I told her don't do that because I gotta mix it in. So that's what I was doing now.
If it's running, all it is gonna make the curing time a little bit longer. So if you're doing it by yourself, you want a little bit of running so you can. It'll be done in 4 hours.
And this took about 32 minutes
it is set for a couple hours
to do this little
if it rains or something, you're fine.
1, 2, 3 squares. So it wasn't too bad. With the mud mixer, if it was with the other thing, it would have been way worse. So my reviews on this mud mixer, if you're going to use it more than 3 times a year, get it. I promise you, you won't regret it. If it's just a nice little simple job, don't do it. But if you got multiple jobs around the house, then go ahead and do it because it's going to save a lot of time.
But so far this machine is so much better than a regular mixer. You gotta add water, you gotta add cement, add water, add cement. This, it mixes up just the way you want it. So I like it so far.
And if you like videos like this, make sure you subscribe, just so you can see more videos, see more homeowners, veterans, more happier that their work got done. And if you ever donate it, follow these videos, because the stuff that you donate will be getting used.
And I think I'm going to pause it and move to this side and set it up over here. Oh, never mind, the hose won't reach. She called it a come
And the
along.
mud mixer, they only have one size, so this is the biggest and smallest they have
But now she knows what a come
that I
along
know
is.
of. I can be wrong,
Because
but
that is not a
I
come
think I
along.
am.
Am I right? But at least you tried.
That would be a concrete rate or something.
Yes. Concrete rake.
And to the right, there's a flower bed, so we got to be real careful so that dirt doesn't come back down on the sidewalk. That's why I keep going up the top and make
I
sure
think we will. Yeah.
no
8
dirt
more
goes
bags.
down.
So this was 20 bags. 20.
And shout out to the head coach,
This does splatter
Kelly,
up a little bit. So
for
if this
doing
was
this
against the
video.
house or something,
She's
you
holding
want
it,
to mask the house up
and
so you don't get
listen to
the
me talk.
concrete
I
against
know
the
it
house.
gets annoying. Sorry, Kelly.
Or if you have a nice garden. This garden is,
There's no garden.
there's stuff growing. Let's just say that.
Just weeds.
So here I go again, adjusting that speed. So it seems like when you first put that bag in, it's very dry. But then when you let it flow a little bit longer, you start getting more water for some reason. And this took, I think, 16 bags. So it makes the bags go very fast. If you think you might have enough, make sure you get at least 5 bags more. You can always use them for different things. And on these bags, these yellow bags, there's a guy doing like a stairs that's framed in. So that's what you want to use on jobs like
So I
this.
do have the top
If it's
piece
a
at
guy
home.
on it,
So next
putting in
time I
a
will be
post,
using the top piece. Just so you can fit
I
multiple
think
bags
it's red bag,
in at a
that's what
time.
you want to use to put in post, because there's different materials inside these bags. Some got more sand, some got bigger rocks, some got smaller rocks, so each bag is depending on what you're doing. And if you're doing a post, you can, here in Ohio, what I do is dig straight down and I flare out my bottoms pretty good, just because it won't come out the ground. And I just dry pour my concrete in, so that means you just pour it right in. The ground is so wet, it'll get hard in no time. But if you need it to get hard quick, just mix
Oh,
it.
so you do know a thing or
and
two.
let it sprout.
You
Either
might
way,
not
it's
know what a
gonna
come
be
along
good.
is, but I guess
But when you're mixing it
she knows what cement
with water, it is a stronger cement. Cement is not really used to be a dry pour, but you might see a lot of videos with people doing dry pours on YouTube.
So you said
If you do a
poured
pressure
the
test on them, the dry pour is going to crack and stuff like that. So a lot of
So what
people
do you
use
think? Is
dry
that
pour
this?
when they're trying to do it themselves, and when it's like a property they're flipping, so they're making it look real nice. They sell that property, they don't have to worry about it no more. If you want it done right, just mix up water and pour it, just because it will last a lot longer. Dry pour is something new, so I don't know how much longer it will last, but I need to pressure test. It killed it out of the water. Like, I seen the pressure test and I'm like, wow. So how the pressure test work is they get a square. It can be like a foot by a foot or 12 inches by 12 inches, and they put it in this machine, and it has like an arm on it, and it pushes down, pushes down, pushes down. While it's pushing down, it has a meter on it saying how much PSI it is. PSI stands for pounds per square inch, and the dry pours cracked every time. The other regular way to do it with mixing the water, they did not crack. And I'm like, this is weird. So I actually did it myself and seen, I'm not doing dry pour anymore. Even on a lot of my posts, I'll still just mix it up because I like my work to be good, especially when I'm doing work for veterans, and I don't want nothing to come back and like, we got to go back out there and do this, because if we go back out and do a job, we can be doing something else for somebody else, or building little homes, or doing things like that. So highly recommend you just to mix it and you should be good. These dry pours I don't think is the best idea to go with, but in the next couple years we can see like, hey, these dry pours only lasted 2 years, or on sidewalks they lasted just as much because you don't have too much pressure on sidewalks. But if you're driving stuff, if you're using it for a driveway, or different stuff like that, it's not as strong. So highly recommend to don't do a dry pour just yet. Let's wait a couple more years to see how all the people dry pours turned out, because we just don't know right now. A lot of people say bad things about them. Me, I got good and bad.
Put it in dry.
What you're using it for.
Hold it down a little bit. Those are okay if you're going to try to make something look good and sell the house. But if you want it to last a lot longer, they did pressure tests on those. And
so right here, I was telling you about, I was pushing these down.
If you want it to last long, stay away from those.
Up.
And it's called a dry pour.
As you put the cement down, you're going to have water coming up and rising up. As you're smoothing it out, it's common, so if you run into that issue, it happens. That's a good thing. You want that water to run up. And when you're doing sidewalks, stay with your job so you can see like how fast it's drying. So if you need to touch something, they had a lot of birds for some reason, and bird crap was everywhere, so I had to try to make that not get into it. That was my first time that ever happened. But same bird, 3 different spots. I don't know how that happened, but so and then like debris, leaves, all that stuff falling in it. So you gotta pick that stuff out. So you stay with whatever job you're doing and just keep going and make it look good. The more time you put into it, the better it's gonna be. We're almost done here shortly. And this right here where I'm patting it down and just making it nice and even. When I do this, the water comes up too. So that's what you want. So if we need a bigger area, I would be using a different tool to be smoothing the stuff out. I can get away with the cement rake, but if it was like a basketball court or something like that, it would be harder with this equipment. I do have other equipment that I will use because it comes with a long pole, and you gotta put like maybe 4 or 5 poles together to make it work, because you don't want to start walking on it.
See where it goes.
see if we have enough. I want to make sure we have enough.
You don't cut the water off until it's all
once we quit,
mixed up.
We don't have to start it back up. Put it back down. Put it back up. Put it back down. So just want to make sure that we had enough to do this area.
So now I'm just going to spread this out and
now spread it out a little bit more to make sure.
Support our Veterans Corporation and the amazing work that he's doing for me and the other local veterans in the community.
But here shortly you can see the full picture. I wasn't using the GoPros, just using my phone. Now it's time for cleanup. So I'm gonna see how good this is. Make sure you move it away from where you poured at. So we poured this and letting it sit a little bit. This hose is pretty strong. I like it. Get all the dust off. I would really recommend this. Only if you do cement a lot. Don't buy this if you only do cement 1 or 2 times. It's not going to be worth it. Because like I said, this is like a 3,200, I believe. So make sure you get your investments and make sure they're right. It doesn't make sense to buy this if you're not going to make money on it or use it multiple times. I tilted it like this so the water can drain down when we get in there. So that's my review of the mud mixer. So comment and let me know if you guys got the mud mixer. If so, let me know how you like it. And this is the job that it did. It's nowhere near ready yet, but gotta wait for a little bit, some of the water come out. And then you always make lines in here. We'll do about 1 there, then 1 there. Or, because if we do 1, we might be able to do 1. Yeah, we might be able to do 1. They're pretty big slabs, but we might be able to do 1. Or, you know, you measure so much, 1, and do 2. So it just all depends on how comfortable you are. The more cuts you make, the less likely it's going to crack. Cement cracks, but that's why you do the lines in it. So that's where it's going to crack at, in those lines. So blacktop, you don't see that because you don't cut blacktop. It just cracks everywhere. So there's a purpose. So make sure you guys stay tuned for more videos. Like I said, we're going to be doing about 3 to 4 a week. This is Support Our Veterans Corporation here at a veteran's house that needed this slab poured. And we got one more over there that needs poured too. But we only have 3 more bags. So we gotta get more bags, and hopefully we get more donors to donate things, materials, all that good stuff. If you ever want to donate, Support Our Veterans Corporation.co. Support Our Veterans, www.supportourveteransco.com. Sorry, messed that all up. But we do stuff like this all the time for veterans. This right here was a veteran that was needed this done last year, but we couldn't get to it, and we put her on the schedule, and we reached out to her and said, hey, you still need it done. We could, you know, we got donations that came in, and we can do the work if you need to. And she said, yeah. So we love to help veterans out. This is our mission. We're building 14 little homes like we stated in other videos, and stay tuned for those if you guys want to learn how to build little homes, because you could learn from us. Or if you're in the Marysvilleohio area, come out, help, and you get on-the-job training, and you don't have to have no skill level at all. I promise you, these will be so easy. You're going to be like, why didn't I think about this? So just let me know, and you could always ride by and say, hey, you know, I can give a couple hours, or, you know, a lot of people always want to say, oh, I don't have money. Well, we don't need money, you know. Donations are fine. Material, your time is one of the most precious things that you could ever give. So make sure you do it wisely, you know. Some people have more money than others and they could give money, you know, that's fine. But, you know, we rather interact with you guys, teach you some stuff that you can use on your home, or, you know, vice versa. You might be able to, like, hey, you know, I do this a little bit different. Am I doing it wrong? You know, there's multiple ways to do things. So don't always think that you're doing it wrong. Some ways are just a little bit better because they last longer, more efficient, stuff like that. So again, this is Bryant from Support Our Veterans Corporation, and we're here doing this slab for a veteran over here in Marysville, Ohio. So thank you guys for watching. So this is the finished product. Stuff flying in it, but can't help that. But my mixer did pretty good. I'll give it 4 thumbs. Reason why is because you can only fit 1 bag, well, 2 bags at a time. But I do have the extender up here. It was extra money, but what else that I didn't care for? That's about it. I wish this nozzle was a little longer, but we can use a PVC pipe on that, extend it, cut the top off a little bit so we can see the flow. So, but overall, I like it. If you guys got one, let me know what you like about it and what you don't.